Okay, so what is up, everybody? I thought today I would take you behind the scenes of a spell that I am casting and find my husband's cable clamps on my altar. Real life, yo. So this is going to be a speaking directly to my dream clients and no one else spell. Ooh, isn't that fabulous? So I have been in this rebrand, right, for a minute with my business, and Harvest Rose Witchery turns 8 this year. And I had this massive breakthrough after I cast my Mind Clear spell about who I was talking to and what I was saying. So this morning I just woke up. I knew exactly who I wanted to talk to, these high-level spiritual entrepreneurs who are balancing doing business in the 3D realm with all of the wild and wacky reality of doing very high level magic and spiritual development, Akashic Records work, past life work, alchemy, all of those things, right? Because I've done it, I've been there, and I didn't really have the support that I would have liked on an energetic and business level. So now I'm really passionate about bringing that support to other people. So this is my spell that I've got going on here. So I've got my candles all set up and everything. And then I wanted to show you guys what I used. So I used some Diamond Code incense from Sage Goddess. I'm almost done with this and the expansion incense. And if you heard me talk about the crystal in my bathwater on the first episode of the Multidimensional Baddie podcast, this is the jar that it came out of. This is the incense. So I used both of these. I felt like I was pretty much going to be done with both of these when I finished kind of this round of spell work. So I had a bunch of candles left over from when we were in Texas in December, and I started utilizing them to work through issues that I was experiencing that were coming up as I was finalizing this big pivot for my brand. And so now you're a little caught up. So now let's come over here to the table that I've got set up. So most of the ingredients for this actually we're at an Airbnb right now, and most of the ingredients came from the Airbnb. So I was going to kind of take you through what I've got here. We had some rubbed sage for clearing out the old amazing career that I had, but clearing it out and fully allowing myself to step into the new. We have some cardamom. Cardamom just feels like luxury witch vibes to me AF. And energetically, I always feel like it brings this sense of abundance and prosperity and just turning everything you touch to gold. That's the vibe. Fennel seed, this was all about, I used fennel seed and some sesame seed because I was wanting to plant intentions of new growth was really what I was thinking about with the fennel seed. Thyme, this is opening me up to new levels of abundance, to speaking to new people, to clearing out any throat chakra blockages that I have, and to speaking my truth as it is right now, not speaking from a past timeline or an alternate timeline, but now, right? All the things I've done, all of the experiences I've had, all of that. There's my sesame seeds. I love using sesame seeds in spells because they just have this very soft feminine energy, and it's just about planting the seeds of what you want to grow for me always whenever I work with that. Cumin, I love the smell of cumin, and I can't eat spices at this moment in time. So cumin for me is all about getting that root and sacral chakra energy active, bringing that creativity and that stability into the work that you're doing. We had some paprika. That was to get things a little spicy, turn up the heat a little bit, get some fire rolling in a really good summer way. It's about to be summer, tuning into that energy. Bay leaves. Bay leaves are great for basically making wishes and tuning into the natural way to make those wishes come true. Whole cloves, smells like Christmas. I just love cloves. Cloves are again, a very abundance, but a very abundance in a chill sort of way. That's really my whole vibe is I'm really wanting to work with people on a long-term basis. For most of my clients back in the spell work years worked with me for 5 years plus. So that's really the vibe is this enduring, with the cloves, I always think of Christmas, enduring connections and traditions and that like sense of like magical family, you know, that vibe. And then finally some cayenne pepper. And that was again to also turn up the heat and to really tune into like just a brand new, you know, you burned everything down, honey, like lean into it. Let's roll with it. But then what's rising from the ashes of that fire was kind of the cayenne energy. And then I also had some coffee. I have no clue what kind of coffee this is. This is not the coffee that I am drinking. This is the coffee that I'm drinking. Oh, and by the way, you'll notice that this is here and not here. Now, I did originally set it down, and this is not for like an energetic, like nothing can be on the altar. I mean, there was a cable clamp on the altar. There's like a piece from the cloves on the altar. Like it's not that, right? It's really not that serious, you guys, okay? The reason why my coffee's not on the altar is because you may notice that sometimes the herbs and spices and incenses get on the table, and I didn't want them to go in my fresh coffee that I had just brewed. So it's really practical magic, TBH. So the coffee speeds things up, wakes stuff up, right? I felt like I've been asleep for a minute. Harvest Rose a couple of months ago literally was like, I'm gonna go take a nap. And I was like, okay, that's great. Excuse me. So the coffee is to kind of like wake things up. It's, you know, it's morning. Good morning, Harvest Rose. Good morning, new dream clients. Hello, wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Would you like to wake up and make a metric fuck ton of money today and then also go on like 12 shamanic journeys? I got you, boo. Like that's like the vibe. So we got coffee here, and then we've got some sugar you'll see on the very top of the entire kit and caboodle, and that's to just sweeten things up, right? To just make things feel sweet and light and happy and amazing and like, oh my gosh, this was such a journey to get here, but holy shit, we have arrived. So I'm gonna go cast my spell now, but there's a little behind the scenes of the vibe. And also, if you would like, you can get one of your own in the link in the description below.